Hello again, everyone. This is Metal Rocker 86. I'm back, and I'm in black, and I have another review. I have been an AC/DC fan for a long time. I have seen them live 3 times and have all their studio albums. Of all their albums, though, one really stands out to me, and that's Back in Black. AC/DC came from Sydney, Australia, and they formed in 1973. Their genres are hard rock, blues rock, heavy metal, and rock and roll. They have gone through a few different band members and have released 16 studio albums. Back in Black is one of, if not their best, pieces of work. On to the album. AC/DC's 6th studio album, Back in Black, was released on July 25th, 1980, and has sold 50 million copies worldwide. It is the second best-selling album of all time, right after Michael Jackson's Thriller. This was also where lead vocalist Brian Johnson makes his debut with the band right after the tragic passing of Bon Scott. This album contains 10 songs and is overall 42 minutes long, and it really gives a tribute to their fallen frontman. On lead vocals is Brian Johnson. On lead guitar is Angus Young, and on rhythm guitar is his brother Malcolm Young. Now on bass is Cliff Williams, and on drums is Phil Rudd. Now for the songs, all of which were written by Brian Johnson, Angus Young, and Malcolm Young. The first song on this album is Hell's Bells, and it was also released as a single and is an up-tempo song. Instrumentation. It starts off with some church bells ringing, and then the guitars come in with an awesome riff to set the dark mood, and the dark mood is then continued with the riffs used in the verses and chorus. And you can hear the drums a little too. Like a lot of AC/DC songs, the theme with this one is the underworld and raising hell. While they were recording this song, they wanted to get the authentic sound of a church bell ringing, so they had one custom made just for that. However, it was taking so long that they decided to go and record an actual church bell, but that didn't go well either with all the background noise. What they had to do was borrow some portable recording equipment, go to where the bell was being made, and with 15 microphones, record the sound there. This is a great song to start the album with. Up next is Shoot to Thrill, and surprisingly, this one was never released as a single. If you are not AC/DC fans, you might know it as the song that Tony Stark made his grand entrance to in Iron Man 2. This one is also an up-tempo song. Instrumentation. The guitars are the main focus here with the awesome riffs and the fierce solos. In the bridge, however, things get a little softer, but they soon return to normal, and you can hear the drums a little too. This song describes a guy who doesn't play by the rules, and he's very similar to the guy in the song Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. When this song was performed live, it was a popular hit among the fans that they kept it in all their live shows afterwards. This is an awesome song on the album as well. Up next is What Do You Do for Money, Honey, which is also an up-tempo song. Instrumentation. The guitars again are the main focus in this one with the great riffs, and you can hear the drums a little too. The song is about a woman who avoids getting a job by hooking up with men who are rich. This song was not as big a hit as others on this album and wasn't performed live much after the mid-1980s, but it was brought back for their Stiff Upper Lip tour. This was a good song on the album. Up next is another up-tempo song, and it's called Givin' the Dog a Bone. Instrumentation. The guitars are the main focus in this one too, and the riff is very catchy. And you can hear the drums again a little too. As for the lyrics, it's probably best if I don't describe them in this day and age, but this was a great song on the album. Now we get to Let Me Put My Love Into You, and the tempo slows down here a little. Instrumentation. Again, the guitars are the main focus in this one, and they have a sort of blues theme with them. They start out soft, and they get harder as time goes on. The guitar solo in this one is actually pretty awesome, and you can hear the drums a little too. And this is another song where I should not describe the lyrics in this day and age. This was an okay song on the album. Now, we get to the album's title song, Back in Black, which was also released as a single, and is a moderately fast-paced song. Instrumentation. Again, the guitars are the main focus in this one. It starts off with one of the most recognizable intro riffs of all time, and I would say it's right up there with Black Sabbath's Iron Man and Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water. It was also the same riff that Malcolm Young used to warm up to. The riff is then used in the verses, And the chorus riff is really good too, as is the solo in this one. The drums can be heard a little in this one too. You know all those artists that have that classic "I'm Back" song? Well, this is the one that started it all, and what a great way to say that they're back after the passing of Bon Scott. This song was written as a tribute to Bon Scott and is an awesome song on the album. Now, we get to my favorite song on the album, "You Shook Me All Night Long," which was also released as a single and is a very up-tempo song. Instrumentation. Again, the main focus is on the guitars, with the awesome riffs used for the intro, verses, and chorus. The solo in this one is really cool too, and it makes you really want to rock out. The main theme of this song is fantasizing about women. This is also Brian Johnson's favorite AC/DC song, and it's one of their most popular ones too. This is an awesome song on the album. This next one is called "Have a Drink on Me," and the tempo slows down here a little. Instrumentation. Again, the guitars are the main focus here with the good riffs, and you can hear the drums a little too. The song is about trying to offer a friend a drink. That may seem like bad taste, as Bon Scott died of alcohol poisoning 5 months earlier. But drinking was one of the themes that AC/DC commonly wrote about, and Bon Scott would want them to keep on rocking the way he would've. This was a good song on the album. Up next is "Shake a Leg," and the tempo speeds up here again. Instrumentation. Again, the guitars are the main focus here with the cool riffs and the awesome solo, and you can hear the drums too. This song is also a tribute to their fallen band member, and it's basically saying, hey, we're rockers, and if you don't like it, tough. This was another good song on the album. Now we get to the final song on the album. "Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution," and the tempo slows down here a little. Instrumentation. Again, the guitars are the main focus in this one, and they start off with just the guitars for the first 20 seconds, and the drums come in after that. The guitars also start off very soft and get a lot harder before the first verse. This song is basically sending a message out to all the haters who thought they would fall without Bon Scott, saying, we don't care what you think of us, we're gonna rock anyways. And I'm glad they did, because this is a great song to end the album with. So what did I like about this album? First of all, I really liked how well written all the songs were. Secondly, the instrumentation is phenomenal and really makes you want to rock out. I also really like the vocals in this one, and Brian Johnson really delivered on his first album. Finally, I really liked how AC/DC made their own unique tribute to Bon Scott. Most bands would probably do a touching tribute, but that is not the AC/DC way. They continued on the way Bon Scott would have. The only thing I would change about this album is that they clumped some songs with similar themes together. I would have spread out "What Do You Do for Money, Honey," "Givin' the Dog a Bone," and "Let Me Put My Love Into You" across the album. To conclude this, I will say that Back in Black is definitely worth a listen to if you want to rock out. Well, that's the end of this review. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up down below, and if you want to subscribe, please hit the button, and don't forget to share. Until next time, rock on!